What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome to another episode of Thoughts and Divine Wisdom. Okay. Well, as you can see, I'm back in the truck and I'm sitting here, resting for the night. But before I take a rest, I said to myself, man, go ahead and make a video right quick. Go ahead and get it out there. Okay, today I want to talk about something very important. What I want to talk about is the aspects of healing the self. Okay. Now, in other videos, I talked about different things, such as putting down the identity, clearing the foundation, doing the shadow work on your journey. I talked about other things too, but these three in particular I've said in many videos. Okay. These things I broke down a certain way for you to understand what they are. But they all originate from healing the self. Okay? And the truth is, you can't move forward without doing these things. So if you are stuck somewhere and you haven't fully cleared these things, then you will forever stay at a certain level because you haven't healed yourself from these things. You haven't healed yourself from these things. And this is why I keep hammering the point home every single time about these things. It's not just step by step. The core of it is I'm talking to you about healing. That's the core of my purpose of telling you those things. Healing. You can't move forward with scars. Well, I take that back. You can't move forward with baggage. The baggage of the self is the most hindering thing of the self. And this is why you must do the inner work first before you move forward. You can't get to the light, or you can't get to the outcome that you expect without doing them. If not, then you will find yourself going in a circle until you come to the realization that you must address these things. For example, the identity is based on what society taught you your whole entire life. And with that being said, your identity holds everything that's based on what you were taught. It holds your feelings. It holds hate. It holds ego. It holds pride. It holds jealousy, envy, greed, your anger, wrath, rage, all based on the identity. And if you cannot get past this aspect, you're always going to be in the fight of your life with the ego. Because right now, to most, they haven't went on the journey. But those who are actually putting in the work, actually putting in the effort to really acknowledge who they are, one of the things that you're going to run across is your ego. Your ego, your anger, your jealousy, your envy, your wrath, rage, pride. And when you look deeper, these things were taught to you. And in order to heal yourself, you must acknowledge these things for what they are. This is just an example. You must acknowledge these things for what they are. You must acknowledge it. If not, this mask or delusion called the identity will always spring up every single time. Even when you say, I'm going to put it down. Because you've been thinking like this your whole entire life, even though you say that you're going to put it down, it's still going to be there. And this is why I also said that awareness is key. But this whole thing with the identity that I'm talking about, it needs to be healed. You need to free yourself from it. It's almost like an earthly addiction. So you must heal. You must put in the work to acknowledge what it is. You must put in the work to master awareness. Like I said before, the awareness as of right now in your life has apathy. In order to continuously use your awareness, one must be able to use it constantly, just like how you breathe. Just like how you breathe. You must be able to use awareness the same way. Okay? So, heal yourself from this. Okay? Same thing with the foundation. We spoke of this earlier on the video about the teachings that were taught to you affected your life in a certain way based on the things that you were taught by family, society, friends, all that. You must go through your foundation and pull up the ignorance. You must pull up the foundation. You must go through the foundation and pull up the shallowness. You must go through the foundation to pull up ignorance. Acknowledge it. Look at it. Acknowledge it for what it is. And break it down. Learn the lesson. And then once you learn that lesson, then you can pull it out of there like, okay, I realize this ain't nothing. But you must have the heart and have the wanting, the desire to want to do it. If not, you will forever be infected with with what society taught you. And this is also one of the reasons why I said step away from religion. And to most, a lot of people are drastically affected by that. They are really infected by, on their foundation, this is a major infection that they have. But in order to learn the truth, one must be willing to step away from what was taught in order to get the truth from the divine. And in order to get the truth from the divine, first, what you must do is acknowledge, what is this? Why was we taught this? You have to do this. You have to do this. If not, that burden and that thing will forever be on your back, because you're trying to move forward, but you never check the monkey that's on your back first before you move forward. So you trying to move forward with this big old block on your back, and every time you get a truth, you always leverage the truth on what you was taught your whole entire life. Now that's a good thing some way. In some ways that is a good thing, that you would learn, okay, what I hear this, what is this, but I was always taught this. That's good in a certain sense. It is in certain instances. It's good, okay? But just like some of the videos I was telling you about, certain things, hell, all these different things, I haven't even done a video yet about the higher divine conscience, or a video about the third eye, or enlightenment yet, or any of those things yet. I haven't done any of that yet, but in order for me, at the time of my journey, to learn the truth, I had to literally go outside of my box in order to learn those truths. What is this really? What is it all about? Not what I was taught, because everything to them over there, being a Baptist at the time, that's of the devil. This is what a lot of people were taught, especially in Christian families. That's of the devil. They don't have, in fact, I just heard a short with the artist by the name of SZA. Love her music, love her work, by the way. She was talking about where she got her name from. And she come from a spiritual family. And also the 5%, she knows about those things, spiritual stuff. She was breaking down her name. And then somebody in the short comes out and says, that's why I don't listen to her. That stuff is of the devil. I was like, what? That's what religion does. That's what religion does. Religion shames everything towards the devil. So if aliens literally came down from another planet right now and said, we're from the planet such and such, it's a pleasure meeting you guys, we learned y'all, we have talents where we can talk to y'all. Christians is going to name it, the Christians are going to pronounce it as that's a demon. love Star Wars. They love Star Wars and Star Trek. But when they find out the truth, that's a demon. Stuck. So, I only say that to say this right here. You must free yourself you must clear your foundation of the worldly lessons. Understand the truths within these things that people taught you, family and all that, friends, society and all that taught you. You must heal yourself from these things in order to move forward. If not, like I said, these burdens of what you were taught in your life will continuously be burdens. And it will be hard to move on. It will be hard to move on. And lastly, the shadow work. Shadow work is about all true, and this one hurts the most to most people because it's actually taking a look at the actions of other people that probably did things to you, and it's also looking at your own actions of what you did to other people. And this healing hurts, but nevertheless, it's what is needed in order to move forward. In order to heal, you need this. So, like I said, these three things right here are pivotal on the journey. Every person must do these things in order to make it within the journey. If not, then you're gonna forever be burdened, affected by these things, and you'll never get to where you want to go. So healing is very important. Healing is very important. These clearings are very important. I know I named them by what I named them, but it's healing. You need it in order to move forward. The key thing that you need to do is believe in the self and the divine universe, or however you want, the source, and tackle these things. Hence the narrow gate. I keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. Hence the narrow gate. You need these things. Okay? These things have to be done. So, whoever is out there hearing this, man, understand that you can do this. This is not something that can't be done. It's not impossible. You can do it, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time and effort, but you can do it. It's going to hurt. Not every part is going to hurt. Some things are going to be funny, like, oh, I remember that. Some things is going to be like, man, I shouldn't have never did that. But nevertheless, you will be blessed in the end for doing it. Most people on earth don't do it. Most people on earth, yes, that means including Christians, they don't do it. They basically, what because once again, most of my life I was Christian. Basically, what Christians do is this right here. Instead of acknowledging the thing, they just say, Lord, please forgive me for my sins. And to them, that's supposed to clear everything that they ever did. That's what they believe. Well, that's great. That's great and all that you do that. However, you must go back to your brother or look at the issue and acknowledge it. And once you acknowledge it, forgive the situation and yourself, or forgive that situation, and truly mean it in your heart. That's how it works. Not the Lord, please forgive me for my sins. No, that's a glaze over, and none of that is really being acknowledged. None of that is really being acknowledged by the divine. It's not. I don't believe it is, because if it is, and everything, world wouldn't be, or Christians wouldn't be where they're at right now. So, with that being said, healing from the standpoint of the self is very important. Please understand. Excuse me. Like I said, I just got off. I'm a little tired, but healing is very important. Healing is, going through this is very important. So you're going to have to do it. I know I said that each person's journey goes down different lanes. That is true. But before you even get to those different lanes, you got to do this part right here. This is what you must do. Okay? So, but anyways, man, just, just understand that the things that I say is just help. Now, if you have a better way of doing it, okay, I got it. If it works for you, if you like it, I love it. Cool. But for the people out there who is trying to figure it out, this is the way to go. This is the truth. Okay? I wish, everybody would just, if you are new to my channel, go back and look at the rest of my videos. Basically, it's everything you're going to need to know moving forward. Okay? But like I always say, if you have questions or anything like that, if you want to talk about anything, or if you want to debate something I said or anything like that, feel free to leave a email at thoughtsanddivinewisdom@gmail.com, or you can leave something on the community board, or you can just leave a comment at the bottom of the video. Okay? Alright. Now, hold on. Let me say this. I'm new to YouTube Studio. I don't know how to use it fully just yet, on how to check this and that or whatever completely just yet. So give me some time to fully understand how YouTube Studio works, and I'll get better at it. But I'm still learning too. I'm still learning how to do a lot of things, but I will get better. And I'm going to continue making these videos, and hopefully these videos help you along your way on your journey. Okay, so on that note, it was good talking to y'all. Until next time, until the next video, take care, peace.